Welcome back to Easy Peasy Photoshop. Today we're gonna start our first lesson on the Photoshop. Here are the topics that we're gonna talk today. We're gonna take a look on the overall interface of the program. We talk about the workspace, how to create a new document. We're gonna talk about the definition of these two words, pixel and the resolution, that what are they, and we will start to using some of the basic tools. For today, we just use the zoom and the hand tool. Okay, this is what you see the moment that you open the Photoshop CC. If you are using the other version, you won't see this welcome page that you have here actually. So what we want to do now, first we want to just open any file or create a file so we can see how does our workspace look like. So what I want you to do, guys, you just click on the new, then just pick any of these. Don't think what are these. We're gonna talk about all of this in a bit. For now, just pick anything here and click on the create. Okay, so now we are entered our workspace. So if you're using the older version, when you open the program, you directly go to this place. That welcome page won't pop up. So here, what we have three parts in the Photoshop. In the left side, we call these tools. They are the basic tools and the most important tools that we use. In the right side, we have some windows that we call them panels. And in the top area, we have the option bar. Okay, so the arrangement of these panels here, it's up to you guys. Okay, you can arrange it in any way that you like. First of all, there are the icon of the two arrow here at the top of each windows. If you click on them, you basically minimize them. And if you just click back on them or click on any of these icon here, it will open that panel for you. And you can change the panel. For example, here I click the channels, I move it here. You can change the size of the panel. You can add the other panels. For example, this one, I click on it, I add it here. So now they are together. Or you can even put like that, so it will be like a tab for you. It's up to you guys. You can manage your own windows here. So it's for now, what I want to do is to close everything here. Close everything and just find this one. It's the layers. Move it out, then close the rest of the windows that you have here. Why? Because we don't want to make it so messy here on the side. So we're gonna learn them one by one. So for now, I just want you guys to go and find this layer and put it here. Okay, so here there is an arrow. If you click on that arrow, you can see there are some names here, like essential, 3D, graphic and with motion, painting and photography. Okay, they are the preset workspace that the Photoshop already has. So if you click on each of them, you can see all these menus, they are changing. If I go to the photography, I have the new panels and also the tools will be changed here. Okay, so this essential, actually you have everything here. You have the complete set of tools and you have most of the panels here in the right side, but you can change it. And if you close something by mistake, like, oh my God, I closed the layers, what should I do now? Okay, no problem. Here at the top bar, there is a place called window. If you click on the windows here, this is list of all the panels that you have. So for example, I close the layer, I want to bring it back, I just go click on the layer, the panel will add here. Again, if you go there and click on any other things, see the panel will be add on here. Then you can arrange them again or you can close them. So just imagine that you make this panel and you make that workspace, you want to always use this. What you're gonna do, you simply go to the windows, you can go to the workspace, then new workspace. Here you can put a name. For example, I call this workspace new 1. Then I also mark these things because you can also change your keyboard shortcut or the menus and the toolbars for each of your workspaces. So we can save this. So right now, if I use any other of my workspaces, if I click here, I have this new here. So if I click that, it will go back to the what we made before. There is also another way to change your interface. Again, to the window, you can go to the second one, Workspace. Here again, there are the list of the workspaces that you have. And remember, we changed this essential. If you want to bring back any workspace to what it was before, you can simply reset that workspace. Whatever you select right now that we select the essential, it said reset essentials. Now it go back to the normal that it was from the start. Okay. And you can also delete the workspaces that you have. Like if I click here, it said which one you want to delete. I select this new one, the one that we just made a while ago, and then I just delete it. Yes. So that workspace gone from the list here. We cannot see it here or here anymore. Okay, so again, you can practice that in the home, just play with these things. But the important one is that just bring this layer out and close the rest of the things. We're going to work on these panels one by one, so don't worry, we're going to learn them all. So this is the what we call the workspace. And this one here in the middle, it will be our document that we're going to work on it. Okay, so let's now talk how we're going to make a new document again. Okay, if you don't have any document in your workspace, everything will gone, and this panel will show up with this welcome page. Actually, you can actually remove that if you don't want it. You can click on the edit, go here on the last one, then go to the general. Here, show a start workspace when no documents are open. If you uncheck these, then the next time that you open the Photoshop, let me actually just doing that for you guys now. I just close it so you can see what will happen. If you now open the Photoshop, okay, now this time we won't have that like the welcome page that we have already, so it will go directly to our workspace. As you see, I have my tools here in the left side, and the panels are on the right side, and there is no more welcome thing. Again, if you want to bring it back, you can easily go to the here to the general and check that mark again, show start workspace, and that will again appear. So if you're using the older version of the Photoshop, when you open it, it will go directly here. You will have something like this already on the workspace. So now let's see how we can create a new document to work on it. You go to the file, click on the new. Okay. Now what are these things here? Here I have the recent, they are the recent files that I opened before. And you can create some preset for yourself and save them here. Like maybe you are always working on the size of 15 to 15 centimeter. You can just add it here, so it will be always here for you. Here in the right side of this line, we have some preset again that they are just ready to use. For example, if you click on the photo, we can see there are the different type of the photos, the standard size of the photos. Or if you go to the print, you have like the letter size, legal size, standard A4, all the standard size of printing. Or even if you go to the website, is it for the large website, the medium website? And also for the mobile, if you click on that one, you have the different size of the mobile, because in each stone of the monitor or the mobile, you have the different size of the screen. So it's important what you design, if it's gonna fit on that screen or not. So you can also create something for your own. Here in the right side, you can actually change the dimension, resolution, and the color mode of your new document that you're gonna work. Let's see what are these things here. Here, you can choose the name of your document. For example, let's call this document Easy PH, which means like Easy Photoshop. Here, I can choose the dimension like 15 to 10 centimeters. Okay, you can change the centimeter to the other things like inch, millimeter, pixels, point, other things. Okay, here basically you can reverse this. Is if it's 5 to 10 in the portrait side. If I click on that on the landscape, it will change to the 10 to 5. Well, nothing actually much important because you can just do it here. You can just change it here. This artboard, if you have it checked, I want you guys to uncheck this place of the artwork, okay? Because it's something that we're gonna discuss later. It's kind of advanced thing. You don't need to know it now. Here, resolution, I will keep it under 100 pixel by centimeter. Shortly, I will talk about it, what that resolution means and what pixel itself means. The color mode, keep it under RGB for now. We're gonna talk about the color modes in another day because there are lots of things to talk about the colors, okay? And the background, I keep it white. So, and then you click on the create. No, that's what you have. So actually that background color, it's changing what color of background you see here. For example, if I make another one, but let's this time change it to other color, like if I put it on the gray and then I create, see the background will be gray. Okay. Now let's talk about those two things that we see here that I mentioned before. What is pixel? For example, if I put my unit on the pixel, and what is resolution? For do that, I'm gonna open a picture for you guys here. For famous dog. Okay. So if you keep zooming on the image, zoom until the end, until it cannot zoom anymore, you will see these small squares. Each of these squares are called 1 pixel. So basically that's the smallest unit that can have one simple color. You never see a pixel that has 2 color, or like one side is lighter, the other side is darker. Why? Because actually the computer cannot process smaller than that. The pixel can just have only one color. Okay, so the more pixel that I have, the better quality the image will have. Why? Because, for example, if in this part, I have like 100 pixels, the color that they're gonna change from like the ear going to the background, it can be very smooth because I have lots of pixels available here. As you can see, each of them, they change the color smoothly one by one until I reach here to the black color. So if I have few pixel here, this changing the color will be very sharp. The color will change so fast. So I have the less quality. Let me show you the same image, but in the lower pixel. So this, my original picture, it has 3700 pixel and 2577 pixel here. Okay, so this is the same image, but let's see how many pixel this one it has. It has 500 pixel by 348 pixels. So you can see how the quality is different. If I zoom here, then if I zoom here, you can see the colors are so sharp, the lines are so sharp because I have less pixels. So this gradient of the color, see here from color yellow to the black, I just have 3 pixels here. That's why the quality is very low. But here, see how many pixels we have here from this yellow to this black. So that will be the difference. of the pixel. So when we talk about the quality of the camera, like when we say this camera has 5 megapixel, that means in every picture that that camera takes, you have 5 millions of these pixels. So if you have a 12 megapixel camera, that means you have 12 millions of pixels in one single image. So now you can see how is it different. This, when they say megapixel, what does it means? Okay, let's close this. We go back to our new image that we have. Okay, so right now that we understand what is pixel, so if I make an image like 500 by 500 pixels, that means I have 500 pixel here on the top, 500 pixel here. So in total, it will be 250,000 pixels in this image that I have. And now, what is resolution here? Now, just imagine if I want to create a file by 5 to 5 centimeters, okay? That's it, 5 by 5 centimeters. Let me open my ruler. How can you open this ruler? It's simple. You just hold the Control plus R. If you press that once, the ruler will go. If you press it again, this ruler will come here. The other way, if you want to open this ruler, is also you can go to the View. Here, rulers. You can just click or check or uncheck this. It will be done. Okay, so here I have a 5 centimeter to 5 centimeter image. But how many pixels do I have in this image? That's where the resolution comes from. Okay, as you see, my resolution here is 100 pixels per centimeter. That means in this 1 centimeter, I have 100 pixels. Here, another centimeter, I have another 100 pixels. So basically, if I have 5 centimeter and each has a 100, that means 5 multiplied by 100. This is 500 pixels here and 500 pixels here. Of course, if the number of the pixel are higher, the quality of the image will be better. For example, if I make another here with 300 pixels. So actually both of these image, both of this file, they are 5 centimeters, but the difference is that this one has 300 pixels in 1 centimeter, and this one only has 100. Let's see how the image will different if I put some pictures on it. Okay, so here I just make it small so we can see the dog, and here, don't worry about these tools that I am doing. We're gonna talk about all these tools together. For now, we just want to understand definition of the resolution. So here, yeah, it's almost same. So here, let's see how the quality works. This is actually, it has 300 pixels by centimeter. This one is just have 100. So you can see the quality is much better here because I have more pixels here. So basically, if you have the higher resolution, you have the higher quality. Also, if you make it in the other way, like if you have pixels as your unit, then I make it like 1000 by 1000 pixels. Now, if I want to know how many centimeter is my file, for example, if I put this in the resolution of 100 pixel centimeter, that means this 1000 picture that I have divided by 100 is 10. So if I create something like that, basically I have 10 centimeter to 10 centimeters file. Okay, so now if I change this, my resolution to 50, now my file size is 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. Okay, so actually we can say the word resolution itself, it's just a ratio, the ratio of how many pixels you can have in 1 centimeter. Or you can actually use the other kind of resolution. If you are working by the inch, you can also change it to pixel by inch. It's up to you which unit you are working. If you put here inch, then your resolution, you choose the inch, so you can totally understand it, how many pixels you have in 1 inch. So that's it. That's how you create a new workspace here. Okay. So in the other training that we're gonna have, we always gonna create a new document and we start working on that one. So right now you know how to open a new document. Okay, but if I want to put some, to open a document, what can I do here? Not just creating a new one. You can click on the file, you go to the open, and easily you can just open any file that you want. For example, I open this one. You can also open the file in the other way. If you click here in your workspace, in this the background of your workspace, double left click, this will also pop up for you. So you can choose your file and open it here. The other way is, if you have another window here, we can simply drag the image, copy it here. It will be open inside the Photoshop. So that's how you open the file in the Photoshop. Now, for now, let's talk about these tools here. They are very basic and main tools of the Photoshop. Basically, whatever you do, is start with this. The rest of the things of the Photoshop, they are adds on. They are adding the effect or giving you information on the things that you're going to do with these tools. We're going to start with two simple tools, but very important tools. The first one is zoom. How you going to zoom inside the Photoshop? Okay, so first thing first, if you go on these tools that you have, if you just bring your mouse and hold, don't do anything, don't click on anything, you can see that it brings the name of the tools and there is a letter in front of it. For example, here it's a brush tool B. That B is the shortcut of that tool. So for example, when you are working, if you want to click on, if you want to pick a tool, you don't really need to go select here, like you brush something, then you select here, then you go again to your eraser, you erase it. Okay, it's gonna take time for doing that. So the best thing to do is that you using this shortcut. For example, B for this coloring, then I put the E to erase it. It's simple and it makes your work faster. So every time that we're gonna talk about any of the tools, we're gonna also teach you about the shortcut. So for the zoom, if you click here, it's a zoom tool Z. So if ever you click on the letter Z in your keyboard, you directly go to your zoom tool. So the moment that you click, it will be zoom. If you want to zoom back, you can go here. You can select it. So there is a icon that it has plus. There is an icon that it has minus inside. So if you do that, it will be zoom back. Okay. So any tools that you select here, it will have different options here. Look, if I change that, when you just focus there, you can see that it's keep changing because actually this is the option for that zoom. So yeah, this is how can you zoom in or zoom back. It depends here if you want to change it. The other way is that if you have checked this mark here, okay, if you check this, then what you can do, you just hold the click of your mouse, then you can just move your mouse. It will automatically zoom in and zoom back. If you click on the mouse, you move your mouse up, it will be zoom back. If you move your mouse down, it will be zoom in. It's also another way to do the zoom in and zoom back. If you like it, you can turn it on. If you don't like it, you can just turn it off and do everything manually. And the other way is to zoom in and zoom back is if you are zooming in and you want to zoom back, you don't really need to go here and change it. You can just hold the Alt. So you can see now it changed. You can zoom back. You can zoom in. If you hold the Alt, it will change. It will go to the zoom back automatically. Then you just release the Alt, it will be on the zoom again. So this is the much better way and the fastest way for you to zoom in and zoom back. Also, if you click here, zoom all windows, for example, if I have, let's say I have two images here, I have two different files, then I zoom in, it will also change my zooming inside the others. Let's see. If I click on zoom all windows, when I zoom, it will zoom together, all the files together. Okay, let's remove that. So you can also, if you are in your zoom tools, then you right click anywhere in the image. This will show up for you. What that is. So zoom out, of course it goes zoom out. Zoom in, you can zoom in. And you have four other things here. 100 zoom, 200% zoom, and fit on a screen. If ever you click fit on a screen, the image will zoom back until you can see the whole image in your screen. So it doesn't matter where are you. If you are zoom here, you don't need to really zoom back. If you want to go completely back, you can just right click, fit on a screen. That's it. It goes back for totally, so you can see all the image in your screen. And you have also this print size. If that means if you want to print this image, what will be the size of the image? If you click on that, this is the actual size of this image. If you print it right now, this will be the eyes of this. That will be the size of the face of the dogs that you can see. Okay. So hidden screen again. And if you see, guys, when I zoom in, there is like an animation zooming inside or zooming outside. Okay, this will cause your performance to make it a bit slow, especially if your computer is not that much strong and you make a large file that you have lots of layers and the objects on the file. The moment that you press this animation zoom will cause your speed. It will sometimes hang you or make you work slow. So what you can do, just go to the edit here again. This time you select the tools. And here, animated zoom, I want you guys to uncheck this. Anyway, if any time you want, you can just check it again. So now if I zoom, you see there is no more animation. It's just directly zoom in. You don't really feel that it's going inside or going outside. Just a normal zoom. Okay, so that's it about how to zoom in and zoom out. So there are several ways. You can change here easily to zoom in or zoom back, or you can just use the key Alt key, zoom in, zoom back. You can right click here, zoom in and zoom out. It's up to you which one is better for you. And of course, we have other kind that if you check here, you can zoom just with your mouse and zoom out. Okay. So as you see, actually, lots of the things in the Photoshop are like that. There are several ways to doing those things. So it's up to you guys. How do you feel about it? What do you like? What do you think is easier for you to remember or is faster for you? So just do that one. I'm not going to force everyone that, hey, do as I told you guys. It's totally up to you. After all, this program is for the artists and you have your own creativity on everything here. So the other tool that we're going to talk is about the hand tool. What is hand tool? Just imagine if I zoom on this image, then I want to go up. Okay, not going down. I just want to go upside. What can I do? Okay, here simply I can drag this up or drag this left and right. Okay, see, this is one way, but it's kind of slow. Like if you're working here, you want to go there and do that, especially if you are in the full screen. Basically, you don't have these arrows anymore, okay, to move that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use our hand tool. This one, if you click on that one, actually the shortcut is also letter H as is written there. So you are in the zoom tool, you can click H, or you can just click here to go to the hand tool. Now all I need to do is just hold my left click and move my mouse. See, I can go move around. What's going on left, what's going on right. Okay, some of the version of the Photoshop, actually I think the CS5, CS6 and CC, they have this kind of hand tool that is look like you are using a smartphone screen. It's like if you do it fast, it keep moving. It exactly look like that you are using a touch screen. If you move it up, see, it keep going. You can do it like that one. If you want, you can also change this kind of effect. If you go again here, you go to the tools. This time we can check this, enable flick panning. If you uncheck this, now I don't have that kind of effect anymore that it just keep going. The moment that I release my mouse, it will be a stop. See? Again, I'm gonna turn this on so you can compare. Now here, if I click, then I remove my finger, but see, it's keep going. So that's the difference. It's also up to you guys. I really like to turn it off. Again, I just find it easier for me. Sorry, I went to the wrong place. Here, I found it easier for me to work like that. Also, it can also affect the performance of your computer. All these effects. If your computer is not strong enough, you have problem with your RAM, you can just turn off all of these things. So this is a hand tool, but there is another way to select to the hand tool. Again, it's all about the speed. Okay, so one type is that you press the H, you go to the hand tool. Then if you want to go to the other tool, like you go zoom back, you have to click again on the letter Z to go to your zoom, okay? So they can also do other things. This is the only tool that actually it has two shortcuts. If you hold the space, doesn't matter on which tools you are, like click any other tools here, okay? Any other tools here. The moment that you hold the space, it automatically go to the hand tools. So you can move, then you just remove your hand from the space, it go back to the tool that you were using. That's what I did all the time that I was talking about the picture and the resolution. Did you see I'm just move around, I zoom back, then again I move around so fast. It's just you can always have your thumb in the space. So the moment that you click the space, you go to the hand tool. For example, if you do it here, space, release, space, release, see, space, release, see, space again, you go to the, so simple.